Yo, what if I told you the ultimate disrespect in anime history wasn't a beam struggle, but a grown Saiyan literally pulling up to a kid's tournament to snap arms?
It started like any other training session on Beerus's world. Two gods clashing, pushing the absolute limits of power.
I am not done yet, Beerus! Take this!
But when pure Hokage energy meets raw Saiyan pride at full throttle, reality itself tends to break.
What the hell is this?
Stripped of his god ki by the dimensional pressure, the prince was thrown blindly into the multiverse. He landed in a universe built not on raw physical might, but on chakra and shinobi politics.
Bro just got forcefully isekai'd and didn't even blink. That's pure alpha energy right there.
Imagine looking up and seeing a Saiyan falling into your village. Man, Konoha is Eno ready for this dude.
He aimed for the highest point of congregation, drawn by the faint signatures of life forces below. No crater. No explosion. Just a predator silently observing his new hunting ground.
Pathetic power levels everywhere.
Below him, a supposed display of elite warriors. To him, merely a playground of weaklings. His senses immediately locked onto the strongest aura present. The seventh Hokage. Meanwhile, the supposed prodigy of the Hokage was struggling to maintain the upper hand.
Come on, Boruto. Focus.
The prince of all Saiyans had seen enough. This world lacked true warrior spirit. Driven into a corner, the boy made the worst mistake of his life.
I can't lose. I have to show Dad!
A borrowed power. The ultimate insult to a warrior's pride. In the shadows, the architect of this farce gloated.
Take this! Purple lightning!
He didn't jump. He simply ceased to be there.
Oh my god, wait, where did he go?
Oh!
Boruto is so cooked, chat. He is SO cooked.
The difference between a shinobi's speed and a god's speed.
What?
The prince does not tolerate shortcuts.
Artificial trash.
The punishment for fake pride is real pain. And just like that, the Hokage's heir was discarded. The so-called prodigy was running out of steam faster than anyone expected. The so-called prodigy was running out of steam faster than anyone expected. The shadow possession was closing in, tightening the noose. A desperate leap to buy just a few more seconds. His chakra reserves were already hitting rock bottom.
Checkmate. Give it up, Boruto.
A blind, desperate counterattack. Easily deflected. The gap in tactical skill was glaring. Fear began to overshadow his reason. The seventh Hokage watched silently, hoping his son would find his ninja way. But the whispers of the crowd were louder than his pride.
Bro is sweating bullets right now. He knows he's about to take an L in front of the whole village. No cap.
I can't let Dad down.
1 millimeter away from total defeat. And in that fraction of a second, pride was swallowed. He chose the shortcut.
Boruto, what are you doing?
The physical battle was already lost. But the ego of a boy refused to accept it. The seal was broken. Synthetic power, manufactured and hollow. A jutsu he hadn't earned, executed perfectly.
Where did he get this chakra?
The ignorant crowd cheered for a lie. And the parasite in the shadows rejoiced. He had won the match, but lost everything else.
Nah. Ain't no way he just busted out the gadget. Bro really thought he's slick. You are about to meet Kami, boy.
But from the apex of the stadium, a true god of war was watching. Disappointment shifted instantly into absolute, unadulterated disgust. To a Saiyan, stealing power is the highest form of treason. The atmosphere itself grew dense, suffocating. Only the strongest sensed the incoming doom. There was no mercy left in those eyes.
Pathetic.
Desperation pushed him over the edge. A Jonin-level jutsu, summoned with zero effort.
Take this! Purple lightning!
An illusion of absolute power. A lethal strike impossible to dodge.
Nah. Bro literally turned on aimbot. Kakashi's signature move out of nowhere? Disqualify this kid immediately.
A fraudulent victory was secured. The ignorant masses praised the lie.
He didn't mold any chakra! That fool!
The architect of the farce reveled in his illusion. Drunk on a victory he didn't earn.
Pathetic.
The prince of all Saiyans had made his verdict. No jutsu, no hand signs. He simply ceased to be there. Instant transmission. The prey senses the apex predator. Absolute, paralyzing dread. He didn't even dare to fully turn around. A god descended upon the fraud.
Boruto! Get away!
The orchestrator's script was torn to pieces. An intruder bypassing all security measures.
Oh my god. He's right behind him. Do not move, Boruto. Do not breathe.
There was no escaping the judgment of the prince. The punishment for fake pride is real pain.
A pathetic illusion.
The catalyst of chaos had arrived. The prince's judgment was swift and absolute. Paralyzed by a power that defied reality.
Hold up, chat. He's grabbing the arm. This is about to get messy, no cap.
The fake strength crumbled under a true god's grip. Decades of fraudulent research, erased in a microsecond. The architect of lies watched his empire shatter.
You disgust me.
The physical toll for an inflated ego.
Boruto!
The new generation witnessed true brutality for the first time. A broken tool. A broken spirit.
A warrior's pride isn't built in a lab, you insect.
But the physical lesson was not yet complete. Suspended in midair, exposed for all to see. He prepared to return the garbage to its maker. Discarded like a broken toy.
Dad! Help me!
A brutally direct message delivered. The heir of Konoha, reduced to a heap of ruins. The trash had been taken out. But the real beast was waking up. A father's grief is a dangerous trigger.
Wait! We don't know what this guy is!
The fox awakened, fueled by a father's pure rage. The strongest shinobi in history unleashed his full power.
Finally, a reaction worth my time.
The clash of the titans was inevitable. But fury without discipline is just noise. The clash of ideologies was about to shatter the very earth.
Oh my god, here it comes. Naruto is pissed. Show him what you got, Hokage. Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
The Hokage arrived, but the father was too late. The physical damage was brutal, intentional, and merciless. Logic disappeared. Only primitive rage remained. The Nine Tails was unleashed. Even allies were forced to step back.
You dare touch my son!
A father's wrath descended from the heavens. Pure, unadulterated destructive force. The collision of two entirely different dimensions of power. The prince did not flinch.
Is this your peak? How quaint.
The pressure alone was enough to alter the landscape. A collision that would echo through history. The unmovable object met the unstoppable force. But instinct warned the Hokage a second too late.
Too slow.
The earth cried out in agony. The impenetrable defense of the fox was blown away. Brushing aside a legend like an annoyance. The true counterattack begins. A strike that shatters dimensions. The fox was silenced. Pinned to the dirt where fake pride belongs. A crushing defeat in a single breath. The absolute pinnacle of shinobi power meant nothing. Total domination. The symbol of peace, crushed under the boot of war.
Wow. Just wow. Bro didn't just beat him. He broke his whole ideology. That's cold.
A painting of absolute defeat.
You nurture weakness and call it love? Pathetic.
The harshest truth is delivered without mercy. And in that moment, an entire universe bowed down. The Hokage poured his absolute soul into a single, devastating strike. 3 centimeters from impact. A spark of a true god. The golden warrior awakened. Chakra is merely energy. Ki is the manifestation of sheer will.
What is this pressure?
His strongest attack, erased. The predator decides to move. A simple swat. With the force of a hurricane. The setup for the execution. A strike that shatters dimensions. The fox was silenced in an instant. Nailed to the dirt. The absolute pinnacle of their world meant nothing. A crushing defeat in a single breath. Total domination.
I've seen enough. Hands up. Bro didn't just beat him, he broke his whole ideology.
The symbol of peace, crushed under the boot of war. A painting of absolute defeat.
You nurture weakness and call it love? Pathetic.
The harshest truth delivered without mercy. And in that silence, an entire universe bowed down. A stark realization of their own insignificance. The shortcut had led him to a dead end. In the center of the ruins stood the absolute truth. And the peddler of shortcuts realized his own worthlessness. The prince's lesson was concluded. Walking away without a backward glance. The only sound left was the marching of the victor. Leaving behind a shattered myth. The Saiyan prince had spoken. The physical battle was over. The ideological execution began. Grinding the pride of a village into the dirt. Stripped of the beast, he was just a broken man. The silence of absolute submission. Now came the true punishment.
Real talk. I can't even be mad at Vegeta. He's about to spit some harsh facts right now.
A futile struggle against an immovable wall. To the prince, this resistance didn't even register as physical contact. Gravity reclaimed what little strength he had left.
You call this pitiful pampering love?
The armor of a father was pierced. The prince spares no sympathy for fake strength. A living consequence of shortcuts. The truth is harder to dodge than any fist.
In my world, a warrior who borrows power is left in the dirt to die.
The Kage had no counter-argument. Facts care nothing for feelings. A fist that could no longer fight back. The entire world was forced into an unwilling classroom. The peddler of lies realized his complete irrelevance.
A true warrior is forged in his own blood, not borrowed toys.
The ego was shattered. The truth accepted. A point decisively proven. The hierarchy of the universe was brutally established.
Real talk? That's some tough love right there. But bro needed to hear it. Vegeta is spitting straight facts, no cap.
The physical weight was finally lifting. But the psychological weight remained eternal. He had no interest in killing the already broken. The battlefield was silenced permanently. The prince walks away, his truth imprinted forever. The physical punishment was dealt. Now came the eradication. His senses easily pinpointed the origin of the fake power. Removing the root of the disease. A drop of divine destruction.
Wait, is he pointing?
Target locked. An unstoppable verdict.
Hold up, bro is not done. He's literally spawn killing the tech department. That is wild.
Complete vaporization. Erased from existence without a trace. The fake Saiyans returned to dust. A surgically precise amputation. The winds of change sweeping over the fallen. His work here was fully accomplished. Having delivered the lesson, the god prepares to depart. Reality itself bowed to his exit. Leaving them alone with their shattered pride.
Don't disappoint me again.
The nightmare was over. But the reality was worse. A monument to absolute defeat. The cheat codes were gone. Only the trauma remained. A leader broken. A father defeated. The Kages realized they were nothing but big fish in a very small pond. The day Konoha's pride was permanently shattered. True strength is earned, never borrowed. A harsh lesson that will echo for eternity. What happens when arrogance meets a god? Now, you know.
Thank you guys so much for watching till the end. Y'all are absolute legends. I'll catch you guys in the next dimension. Peace out.